Hello, beautiful Gemini people. Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. That is me. You are Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however you associate with that sign, and we are here to do your tarot love readings. This is going to be roughly mid-February into mid-March. As always, here on YouTube, general readings is what I am spinning out for you. So that means not everything I say is going to resonate with all the gems out there. It is up to you all to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. Ultimately, I ask you to only take away those messages that resonate with you, that serve you in some capacity, motivate you, inspire you, confirm something you wanted to hear. That's what I'm trying to do here today. If something feels strange or foreign, that means it's probably not your message, in which case you can release it and move on about your merry day. I always do recommend that you give these messages time to resonate as well. You don't need to make everything fit your circumstance right here, right now, this very moment. Very frequently, in a week or two, something may click for you, and that means it was your message. Congratulations, take it and run with it. Yeah, everything else is written in that description box below for you. That is going to include the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I am The Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram, as well as .com. Check out my website if you are at all interested to learn more about me or about my tarot journey. Other than that, we're going to hop in a couple more shuffles. Bear with me. For Geminis in love, mid-February to mid-March. For Geminis, my Geminis. Geminis in love. If you don't currently have a person, this could represent someone coming in the future that you haven't met yet. Could also represent someone returning from your past. So again, take only what resonates. Bottom of your deck is pretty good. You have a Knight of Pentacles coming in with a brand new offer. So this probably represents someone new, particularly an earth sign. It would be a very tangible offer that is being made to you. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, specifically, this is a Virgo card. It comes in very slow, though, with earth energy, like it cannot be rushed. This person is probably a little bit stubborn or a little bit headstrong, not in a bad capacity, because quite frankly, they're opening up by reaching out to you. With an ace, though, it does feel relatively new. But this, yeah, it might be someone that you don't anticipate, someone that you're not necessarily aware of yet. It might be someone that you haven't, I sort of am getting you haven't come in contact with this person yet. They would be new to your social circle. You might meet them through someone you know at work, particularly if you work with a water sign. And if it's not an earth sign that is coming into you, it could be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or an Aries. You definitely have a couple cards of Cancer and Pisces as well. So water signs are looking real good for you. And actually, you have a couple kings. So Gemini, you are an air sign. Well, actually, the bottom of your deck looks really beautiful, but hang in there. For those who are going, I don't have anybody right now. I know that is very clear to me. This feels very new, which is great, right? Who doesn't want new love? Hang in there. It's coming, but it's going to be slow. Let's see. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's someone is waiting. Okay. The person who is kind of in this network or circling around you, either they haven't met you yet, or when they do, you say you meet at a party or a happy hour or something like that, even though you may come in contact with them initially, they may not come in with like a very like a love offer immediately or asking you out on a date. They're in assessment mode. So Seven of Pentacles, do I or don't I? Very much like they're very kind of in their head about it. Could very much be Virgo. They want to like analyze the details and think about how to move in. But here's what's cool about that. This person isn't going to move in unless it's a legit offer. What they want to offer you is the World card. So that's what I mean. They're not going to come in half-assed. Like they're kind of looking for their soulmate. They're ready to make some serious progress in the arena of love. And at minimum, if this isn't the card of the soulmate for you, Gemini, though it probably is, the 1111, it does have to do with having a very solid foundation from which you can grow off of or grow from. Yeah, this person may have just gotten out of some sort of commitment. It doesn't have to be in love. Actually, they have good news coming their way. I don't think this is you. I think it's your person, but they may have just gotten a new job or just gotten a new apartment or home or some sort of good news that set them off down this new path of like feeling awesome, feeling really good. And it's almost like once they're in that energy, because maybe they were awaiting results to hear back from a job or to hear back from, I don't know, getting a sum of money, a court case, whatever. They get positive news and that sets them off into like this really higher vibrational journey, if you want to say. Very likely a Cancer. You have a couple cards of Cancer coming up. King of Cups, Chariot is a card of Cancer, as well as Queen of Cups. So yeah, I mean, some of you may be Gemini Cancer cuspers. It's possible, but wow, you have Scorpio too. So actually, literally all these are like water signs. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio is looking really good for you. Now, your person coming in might be a water sign. They may as well have detached themselves, severed something from a water sign, in which case they're like ready to come into you. And yeah, it's like they're ready to offer you the real thing. It feels very stable. It feels very good. 8 of Wands. Yeah. When they decide to move with it, it's going to move fast and it's going to be like a very real offer. But there's something about, there's a little bit of work that needs to be done before they move forward. You have multiple knights. You have Knight of Pentacles and Knight of Wands, and then you have King of Pentacles and King of Cups. So competition, again, multiple people factoring into it. Right now, I'm not sensing anything about like third party stuff. It's more like severing off from one and going to another. Now we don't have any sword energy, so that sort of indicates to me that this might be 2 offers coming into you. And I don't want to get ahead of myself, not necessarily. It could again be something like they leave one behind and then go to you, Gemini. But yeah, it's like they're starting fresh. They're starting anew. They seem to be vibing very high. And as I said, if they're going to make you an offer, they're not going to make it and like renege on it or what is the term? Yeah, offer you something false. Offer you something that isn't legitimate, that isn't practical, that isn't logical. All those things. What they're coming in with is legit. It's a victory. They want a victory with you. It's like they want to cross the finish line with you. So yeah, forward movement together. Absolutely. I like that. That feels real good. Again, Aries and Cancer, you do have the Emperor. Something about work plays a big factor into this. So again, possibly meeting them through a co-worker. It could potentially be at work, but I'm not really feeling that, to be honest. It could also be someone who owns their own business, or I don't know why this is coming through, somebody your father works with or somebody who works for their father. Aries is frequently, well, the Emperor, right? But also the card of fatherhood. So this person may have a child. They could be a father, and it could be, it could be female as well, but it is very dominant masculine energy when the Emperor shows up. Fire in itself is a masculine elemental, and then Aries is a masculine sign. So the Emperor, right? Very, very, very much manly man, machismo vibes. But yeah, a great protector. Someone who, again, it's like, what they accept in their world, what they want to grow and develop in their world, they keep it very close to them. They keep it very protected. So they are protective with who they let into their world and then the energies that they allow in. But that's what I mean. If they have their sights on you, it's almost like they'll make it happen. Great energy, Gemini. I dig it. Okay. All right, so your energy, Ace of Pentacles, yeah, guys, right? I say, it could be he or she, doesn't matter. In fact, it looks actually kind of feminine here to me, but the offer is made to you, and then I think you accept, and you're kind of, you nestle in it. It's a cozy little thing. Also got the Passion card. This is the sex card in the deck. So Gemini, you're not doing too bad here. And to be clear, I don't think this has come in yet, though for some of you, you might be in that energy right now. It feels like it's coming, but it's painfully slow because it is earth energy. So then you have the 7 of Cups and the Ace of Wands. All right, so you have 2 aces. Beautiful. We love aces. Aces always start with us, but you'll notice in this Ace of Pentacles, there are 2 people here. It's because this Knight is already bringing it to you. Yeah, the Ace of Wands is sometimes the boner card, and because it came out with passion, like, yeah, it's going to be hot. You're going to be into it. It's going to excite you. It's going to feel good. But then you also have 7 of Cups. So Gemini, even though you might be into it and it feels good and there's potential here, it is the ace, so there's room to grow. You may also have other options swarming around you, and this is like emotional assessment of which one feels the best, right? With Cups, it's our heart space, it's our love, it's our emotions. Yeah, I think there's a lot of question marks in your life right now. It doesn't necessarily have to mean you have 3 romantic suitors, but it's almost like what cup, in metaphor, do you want to invest all your love and all your time in? This is actually saying to me, you don't need to put all your eggs in one basket. You don't need to, just because this new person potentially comes into your life and, sweeps you off your feet and it feels all lovely and beautiful. This is actually sort of saying, don't forget the other people in your life, even just your friends group, your family, your work, right? Don't put all your, I just keep on saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's okay to have multiple avenues that bring you joy. It's actually very healthy to not make one person the center of your universe, right? That's sort of what this is saying. It does feel like it's going to get off the ground quite quickly. And I say that too, because when it comes in as 8 of Wands, fast, swift, rapid action, to someone who's finally made an assessment of, you are my world. In fact, especially if this person is a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, there is an element of them drowning you in their emotions. So knowing that in advance, just be careful how you proceed. This person, it's not that they're making false promises, but they have very kind of hopeless romantic desires in love. And so make sure you're very clear with them off the bat, like, you know, hey, I'm into this and this feels good, but just so you know, like, I can't devote every waking hour to you. Setting healthy boundaries here. So yeah, it's like this person comes in very strong. If they're not a water sign, they have very strong water in their chart. And water signs think, breathe, act, etc. by their feelings, by their emotions. And for you, Gemini, because you are an air sign, you are more easily able to detach from the emotions in terms of understanding what I'm feeling is good, but again, it's not the center of my world right now. That person, there may be like unclear lines. So again, setting very firm boundaries of how much you can invest in this relationship, in this love, in this, you know, partnership. You understand what I'm saying? Your energy feels great though, but it does actually seem, sometimes this can be a card of being overwhelmed. You may be overwhelmed by the love they're showering you with, which again isn't a bad thing, but with wands too can be communication. Make sure you're telling your person. If you're not all in, don't tell them that you are, or indicate that you are, because yeah, that could be devastating to this person if they think that you're all in and, you know, you're exclusive and this is your person, then you're like, oh, well, I thought we were just dating. Yeah, be very clear distinction, something about very like defined lines. I heard blurred lines. Isn't that a song? Yeah, we don't want blurred lines. Yeah, make sure there's very, I almost do want to say like a very rigid structure from how you are pursuing romance or the future with this person. Yeah, make sure it's something solid. And it's almost like the rules of the game have been defined before you start playing. I hope that makes sense, especially if your person is a Cancer. This again, their vibes are good, but especially Cancer or Pisces, the hopeless romantic, the dreamer, they take everything to heart. So rejection is really going to be difficult for them. So again, proceed with caution, lay out the groundwork before you get too deep into this relationship, just to make sure everybody's feelings are good, right? And this could also be you too. You get some sort of offer of communication that sets you off down this path that is very lovely. Originally, I thought it was your person, and it still might be. It could be both of you. But because this is really the only air energy we have coming through, the sword suit, it could be you get a communication and it's just like, this is beautiful. Life is great. And especially if, you know, you're having sex, right? Like there is an element of like, take it in. It goes down smooth. Like it's very cheery and happy, that yellow card. I love it. Same with this, you have a lot of yellow cards. I always like seeing the bright, beautiful sunshine, illumination, warmth, happiness. Particularly with an earth sign again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Lots of earth energy as well as water. Earth kings and fire kings. And again, it doesn't have to be males. It could absolutely be females who have very more masculine energy in terms of they are pursuing versus like receiving, if that makes sense. It could also be a same-sex partnership, right? Absolutely. Particularly males. All right, so, excuse me, let's take a peek at your person. Trust. Okay, this person may have a little bit of trust issues, which I was sort of sensing, like just a tiny bit. That's why they're taking so long to make this offer, is because, again, if they're going to offer you something, what they're offering you is they're granting you access into their world. And especially, again, water signs are very protective of their energy. But once they let you in, they let you all in. I just keep getting floodgates open. They may unload some very heavy truths on you that for them have been some sort of emotional burden in their life. And it's like you've only been on 3 dates and already you know their entire like childhood history of trauma and this and that. It's because they trust you. They feel very comfortable with you, Gemini, to open up and let their guard down. There's something about you that is different than, I do want to say maybe other people they've dated. Because, yeah, you are very grounded. You have a strength about you. I don't know if you have strong Leo in your chart or something about the way you were raised. It's like courage. Something about the way you present yourself. It's like lion energy. I don't totally know what to make of that, but it has something to do with standing your ground, protecting yourself, protecting your family, protecting your tribe. Going out and fighting the battles yourself. Like they see you as a warrior. The way they hold you in very high regard. And that's sort of what I mean is when they come in to make you an offer, it's almost like they're not certain that they're, I don't know. I'm on the cusp of saying they have confidence issues and they don't think they deserve you, or that they could meet your standards, or something about the unreciprocated love, like what they're offering. There's an idea that you might not be able to match their cup, but it has to do more with their self-confidence. But here's the thing with that. It's a little bit muddled. They're presenting as the Emperor, though, which that's my Aries card, head of the zodiac, the ram, right? They go after it with their head. They're headstrong. Sometimes they're egotistical, right? They're very, again, a fire sign, which I know you are not, but you're presenting as Leo in their mind. So there is something about, it's interesting. There is something about a put on in that you're an air sign. They're potentially a water sign or an earth sign, but something about it when you guys come together, it's putting on, this is such a weird way of saying it, but like putting on fire. And maybe that has to do with like the sexual chemistry, but it's almost like, I want to say like being the best version of yourself, being multifaceted, being receptive, and like almost like absorbing love, absorbing energy, but then you're also able to like dish it out, give it out. This is like a really muddled message. I'm doing my best. Hang on here with me. They see you as very proactive and willing to fight for what you believe in, fight for what you want, fight for, again, the people in your life. They see you as a warrior. That just kind of keeps coming through. And again, as the Emperor, that's how they're sort of presenting in this spread. That quality is important to them. They want your protection. They want someone who will fight for them, who it's interesting, especially if they're a water sign, they have that ability to be the motherer of the zodiac, very nurturing, wrapping you in their angel wings type vibe. Okay, that's what this is. There's something about in their past relationships, they've been able to do that for their person, but they haven't received it back. That's why this person is looking to you, because they see you as having, again, that like lion's protection. I think that's what it is, like king of the jungle. You can fight for the tribe. You can fight for your romantic partnership. You come off as very like dominant masculine energy. Even for my females out there, whatever partnership you're seeking, whatever gender, it doesn't matter. They're looking for a balance of, I just want to say, male dominant energy. Not someone who's very passive, not someone who's always hiding in the corner. They don't see you as that. They see you as like a trailblazer. Good Lord, that took me a while to get to. But yeah, that's what this is. So they are looking for someone who, when they're having a shitty day or carrying around burdens or something that is bothering them energetically, they want to have someone to turn to who will like catch them when they're falling. And they see that in you. And so that's sort of why I was saying earlier, if you have a lot of options going on and you're not able to invest in this person, make sure that is clear out of the gate. So there's no, there's no uncertainty or questioning of, just the idea of you're my person and I love you. I'm just kind of getting this unmatched of like, whoa, what? Like we've only dated for a couple times, or just make sure that that's very clear, because this person is like full force, ready to come in and make some sort of offer or gesture to you. But it's almost like what they're hiding under this very confident Emperor mode is like a huge sensitive well of emotion. All my Geminis are like, really? Sorry, I can feel that. I'm just saying, be gentle with this person, but they have a lot of great cards. You may have two people coming in, these two kings, a water sign and an earth sign. But even so, both earth and water are feminine signs. So that's what I mean. And you, Gemini, being an air sign, even my ladies out there, is a masculine energy. It's a masculine elemental. So there is some yin and yang to being like the pursuer versus like the receptive one, if that makes sense. It's almost like they like kind of the yin and yang to what this potential partnership between you could be. But don't make false promises. Don't lead them on, because that would be extraordinarily damaging to this person, because I get the idea that that's what other people have done to them in the past. I will say, feel free to swap the roles, right? If this is sounding more like you, sometimes that happens, especially to my cross watchers. I may be saying Gemini, but I may actually be talking to you. So let's see what's between you guys. Beautiful. Attraction. Love it. There is huge potential here. Absolutely. It's almost like, are you willing to put in as much effort into this as they are, though? Because, again, they've been thinking about this and coming in and like building on themselves, like mind, body, spirit, spiritual work. They've been working on that for quite a while. So when they come in to make an offer, it's loaded. It's like locked and loaded. It's ready to go. Like there's no wiggle room. It's very, again, rigid in its standards. You, Gemini, it feels like, you know, it's in your eye line. It's floating around in like your universe. It's orbiting around, but are you going to reach out and take the offer, or are you just going to kind of like, you know, explore it for a night or two and see what happens? Yeah, just there needs to be like some clarity there. Anyway, what's between you? 7 of Wands. Okay. So endurance, strength, again, a card of Leo. Hold on, I'm going to circle back to that. Then, okay, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. A hardship and abandonment is absolutely something that possibly both of you have faced in your past. And so it is a lingering fear that is existing in this person's headspace. How I said they're extremely sensitive and probably have been burned before. Know in advance that is some baggage that they are still carrying around with them. And I do think they're working through it. Again, they're not coming in guns a-blazing to fix unhealed emotional wounds. It seems like they're coming in, again, very solid. They've been working on themselves for quite a long time, but with that, in a sense, they are damaged goods that have done the healing work. But know that by getting into this partnership, that is something that it will be a part of your life as you progress forward with them. And I'm not saying it's going to be there forever, but it's something that it's still a trigger for them. They're still working through it. But there's potential for fresh new love here without tons of emotional baggage. I hope that makes sense. This person may have been cheated on in the past, and so that stems from them having a little bit of trust issues. So as I said, be very practical with how you approach this, and something about the surface level. You don't need to hide what you're thinking and feeling with this person, because that's ultimately going to be like not helpful. I hate to say wear your heart on your sleeve, but it is essentially show your hand of cards. Having a lot of secrets with this person is not going to be helpful, especially if you end up not pursuing anything. You know, maybe you make out, maybe you have a one night stand, maybe you date for a few weeks or months and you decide like you're going to tap out. It would serve you well to be extremely forward and honest with this person, despite them being very sensitive. It's like they would rather have the blunt truth and be able to like move on without all this questioning of where you are at. Like, yeah, give them the benefit of being extremely truthful and even blunt with them, because that is actually going to serve them. Yeah, okay. I actually like that this is coming on, the way it is coming together. And this might be your story too, Gemini. Feeling abandoned by people in the past, feeling like they took you for granted, being shut out, being, like left to fend for yourself, particularly in relationships and in love, even in life, right? Maybe by your parents. It has been a test of your strength and your endurance, and it has actually served you in a capacity, almost contributing to, how I was saying, lion strength. You are a warrior. You guys both are. You both have come out of things that were difficult, but you've had to be your own savior. You've had to be your own superhero. And because of that, you are coming together in this union, both standing very solid on 2 feet. That's what I mean. It's like, as I hate to depict this person as like messy, but they've been through the ringer emotionally. But because they're presenting as earth energy, it's solid. It's a seed that grows over time. It's not fire energy rushing to like, kind of like hit it and quit it. Their main drive is not the sexual passion, but to be clear, that is definitely part of this. But they're coming in like warrior mode, victorious, right? The chariot, the warrior, right? Internal balance, the dark and light moves the chariot forward with our mind, right? It's not reining the horses back. We drive it with our mind, our body, our spirit. So it's something about internally they are quite balanced. And I think Gemini, I believe you are too. Question mark on this. Do you have lots of romantic partners, or what is taking up your time and your energy right now? It seems like lots of things, right? Emotional baggage, maybe for some of my Geminis. Anyway, the strength that you guys have both had to like muster up to get through difficult trials and tribulations to get to where you are today, it seems like you guys come together and have a lot in common. Shared values, shared ideas in terms of what you want in love, and attraction, right? You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, living in the now, not worrying about the past and not worrying too much about the future. Yeah, be in the moment. It feels really good. What else is resting between Gemini and this person? And again, this could be multiple people. There's a lot here. It does seem like it's very focused on your person, so it's possible that this could be two different offers coming in, earth and water. Someone who's in touch with their feelings, their feminine side. Five of Pentacles again. Yeah, okay, so that's what I mean. Five of Pentacles is a difficult energy, but because it's flanked with all these like cards of like warrior mode and coming in like with like a clear conscience, fresh new love. I am getting that you guys met. It's almost like your spiritual paths are in alignment. You've both been through some heavy shit. You've both had to be potentially financially independent, go through difficult times, hardship, that type of deal. Yeah, but you've been able to pull yourself out, and something about the internal knowledge, the way this person is like reading a book, you've learned a tremendous amount about yourself and what it is that you're looking for in love. Your wounds, your romantic wounds, things that have hurt you and disappointed you, have been your wisdom that have progressed you forward. And it's like, that's where you guys are meeting. You're meeting in the middle. Again, like, even if it's not your forever person, the soulmate, the twin flame, the 1111, it's like your paths are in alignment. Your paths are parallel. And it seems like they're going to be crossing soon. All right. Let's see. What else do we need to know? Tell me a little bit more about Gemini. What is this Seven of Cups about? One card, Seven of Cups for Gemini. What is this? Two of Cups. Duh. And I love this card too. It's got a little shining twins aspect to it. And you are the twins, Gemini. So how beautiful is that? Also, the Two of Cups showing up not just in, and you had that earlier, did you not? Could have sworn I saw the Two of Cups somewhere. Oh, duh, right in front of me. What's between you guys? Two of Cups. That's sort of what I'm saying is two offers. And the idea that this came up in your energy, the idea of options, emotional, romantic options. Some of you I know are going, I don't know who these people are, like giant question marks. Especially your earth sign hasn't come in yet. You may have a water sign that's actually already kind of dancing around you in your network, but I don't know, you may have written them off or you just don't see them as a romantic prospect. I do actually think you have two suitors, Gemini. Again, it's not for everyone, or this could also indicate your person may be a twin, if that means anything to anyone. And okay, of course, like twin flame, soulmate, metaphor twin, but also literally twin. One of your romantic partners may have a literal twin, fraternal, identical, that kind of thing. There is something here too about getting yourself into a situation that, again, it escalates very quickly. And Seven of Cups again. Yeah, I don't do fear-based readings, but there is a little bit of a red flag here cautioning you. If you have a lot of options and one comes in really quick and really fast, it could maybe be with another Gemini, but this is your card. Make sure you guys are seeing things the same way, looking in the same direction. You have the same goals and values and ideas in mind. Make sure you guys understand what it is you're searching for or seeking in love relationships. Because if something comes in very hot and heavy, to you, you may interpret it as, oh, we're just playing around. It's just like a little bit of fun. That person may not be viewing it that way. As they said, they're coming in like, I want to give you my world. I want to be part of your world. So be very blunt and forward and upfront with this person in terms of what you are looking for. That is going to serve you very well. And it's going to protect your energy too, so that you don't later on have to cater to someone who is all up in their feelings and headspace of like, but I love you and I don't know where you're at. And it's like, well, I told you from the get-go, this is where we're at. 500 Days of Summer vibes, right? Zoe Deschanel. I'm not looking for anything serious. If that is you, Gemini, tell this person, okay? That is going to be very important for you. All right, let's look at your final advice or guidance. Page of Cups, be emotionally vulnerable, be truthful with your emotions, particularly with a Pisces, that fish coming out of the cup. It's also new love. It's the student of love. dating around, trying people on, seeing what you think, how you feel. Yeah, it's okay. Again, this is saying to me, you don't have to invest all your time and energy in one cup, in one person. If you're dating around, yeah, try some people on. But again, I would obviously use your intelligence on how you do this, but without being like, by the way, I'm sleeping with 3 other people. Maybe let this person know, like, I'm not all in, like, I'm just sort of dating around, but I'm not. And maybe some of you are full-fledged looking for a commitment. If that's great, beautiful. That's amazing. That absolutely seems like this could be in the cards for you, particularly with your person. That's what they want. I'm just giving you guys the heads up. If that's not where you're at, it will serve you to be very forward with that. Yeah, there is an element of waiting to see how you feel about this. You're not certain with this person. You may kind of take time to get to know them, to get to understand them. Because there is something, this isn't bad. There is something that they're hiding. There's something that they're afraid to be truthful with you about. And for most of you, it does have to do with the idea of they constantly have felt rejected and not good enough in relationships. And again, that's a little bit of emotional baggage that they are bringing into this, but it does feel like they're trying to come clean with it. But yeah, that may be something that is mentally holding them back a little bit. Also, I have to say, because this is your final advice, those who don't have these people in their life yet, this is the card of waiting for that cup. It is coming. Know that it is coming. With wands, there is motion, there is forward movement there. But also with that, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Sitting there waiting at home watching Netflix, you're not going to get a romantic offer that way, right? At minimum, if you're looking to date or whatever, go on the apps. Do something that is opening yourself up to dating, putting your name out there. Again, going out and socializing with friends, being open to new opportunities. Some of you are writers. Or poetry, something like that. These images are very strong. Something about the book of love, the book of knowledge. It could represent a Bible potentially for those of you who are subscribed to a certain religion. If maybe that is making you kind of waver on if you want to date this person. Maybe they come from a different religious background, political background, ethnical background, however you want to say it. Yeah, something about the book these people are holding. Yeah, some of you are just writers, or the idea of feeling things and writing them but not expressing them. That's sort of what's coming through here too. So under your advice or guidance, you deserve love, you are lovable, and then children. Your love life is being affected by children. So again, some of you, this person may come in and have a child, especially with pages that can represent students or children, as well as just the learning process for all of us in our spiritual path here. So yeah, your person may have a water sign child, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Could also represent this person being significantly younger than you, especially if they are a water sign. Potentially 3 years younger than you. That's only for 1 or 2. Some of you may have a Sagittarius coming in. But also this is actually a beautiful metaphor. Be a straight shooter. That's exactly what I was trying to say with, show your hand, wear your heart on your sleeve. This person will admire the fact that you are a straight shooter. And also, as I was saying, you're the warrior, you are their protector, right? You will fight for them when no one else will. It's actually really beautiful. And the way these cards kind of fall is really cute. It's like, sort of discernment and also like knowing directly what you want, knowing exactly what you want in romantic relationships. It's like taking aim to get it just right. It does seem like my Geminis are looking for that person that they could build a family with, whether or not you desire children, right? In metaphor, it does sort of represent of taking aim for that person who, like, you see a long-term future with them. And so flat out, this may or may not be that person, but it absolutely seems like you potentially are that person to them. And yeah, that could represent them too, especially if they are a Sagittarius or a Leo. Leo is the 5th house, the house of children and family. So it could also involve someone who's a teacher or who works with children. So yeah, if that person's in your life and you're going, I don't know who this is, that actually might be a clue to who this person is. Somebody who works with children or is even just very silly and childlike in terms of their like maturity, which I don't know how I feel about that, but whatever. And then you also have the 5 of Swords here. Okay, so as your advice or guidance, what is going to be very helpful is releasing thoughts from the past that don't serve you. People who you feel like you were, again, abandoned by, or people who stabbed you in the back or played head games with you. Come into this with a clear conscience, with a clear cup, with clean love. Don't bring mental baggage from the past, because it is actually really funny. If you guys end up sleeping together or making out or being like intimate or physical in some way, one of you is going to have like a flashback of the person you were with prior, and it's going to negatively impact that experience. It's something about like it flashes into your head. It's like maybe you haven't been physical with someone since that last ex burned you or whatever. Don't let that bleed over into this relationship. Again, like very clean, very pure, very innocent. Go into this with an open heart and an open mind, as I always say for these tarot readings. All right, let's throw some zodiac signs on this. Major Leo vibes, Sagittarius vibes, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I mean, you have almost all of them here. This person may live quite a distance from you as well. They might be visiting town, and that's how you meet up. And that may pose, not impossible, but like a challenge to the relationship if you guys don't live in the same city or the same state. This person is very money savvy. They have like a nice little collection, a nice little nest. All right, let's see. So you have Pisces come out, Libra, so many cards, Gemini. You could also be dealing with a Gemini, but it could be strong in both your charts. Again, something about the twins is important. Yes, you are the twins, but also twinning it with this person. I don't know what that's about. Taurus and Scorpio. All right, you guys, that's what I got for you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what resonates for you, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye.